Hello and welcome back to IndustrialCraft 2. We're looking at how to make steel today using the blast furnace. Now, steel ingots are used for a fair old few things, and in terms of recipes that you need. And unfortunately, there is no direct way of making steel, because it's other what do you call it? Mods that create the blends to make these. So without having those mods installed, it's a bit of a pain. So if you're only using IndustrialCraft 2 where you made a world just with IndustrialCraft, you kind of think, how do I make steel? What do I get? How do I do it? So essentially it's a very simple process. So you're going to need some iron. I think it's iron you need. In other words, iron ore. Or iron. Have I got any iron ore left in it? No. Oh, it's getting dark. Nyawn. Come on. There we go. There we go. So, pretty sure it's... Actually, I'll just grab those. It is just iron that you need. I think you can do it with either iron ore or iron. I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on that. Ah, you can. Okay. So you need an electric heater full of coils, okay? You need a blast furnace, and you need a compressor. So you put empty universal cells in there, tin item casing and glass, and what that does is fills that with air, which then gives you universal fluid cells to fill with air, and this puts air into the blast furnace and uses the iron ingot with air to create steel ingots. And it has to heat up, which is what you're using this for here. And you want it at the 30 HU to 100 HU mark. So the electric heater, to make that, it requires heat conductor, electronic circuits, and batteries, and it requires 6 iron casings. These are all nice and easy to make. Then you're going to want the blast furnace itself, which I believe was quite easy to make. Yeah, so heat conductor, basic machine casing, and iron item casings. Now you see on both of them they had this little mark on them, like a little block, as you can see on the screen here. You have to match those up, so they've got to face each other, because they've got to essentially heat. It's a process, basically. This will only work as long as this is essentially very, very hot. And then when you're putting the universal cells on the compressor, you need to eject it into the blast furnace itself. Now, the process is not short, but we go and find my overclockers. We can speed it up. Oh no, you can't. Yes, that was the thing. That's another thing. You cannot overclocker this one. It's a pain. I don't know why, but you cannot put overclocker upgrades in these. I don't understand why, but for some reason you literally cannot do it. So it's a real pain in the butt. So this will slowly work through, and for every one of these you'll get a steel ingot, and then you will get this stuff, slag. And it is used, slag, to create asphalt concrete and concrete. And if you stick it in a thermal centrifuge, you get pulverized coal and a tiny pile of gold. If you stick it in a macerator, you get ground blast furnace slag, which can create bag of cement, which you need for railcraft if you're using the Revolutions pack like I am. So there's always a thing. As you can see, I've made a fair bit of steel and been using it, but it's quite a long process. But you will get one steel ingot and one slag per run on here. And as long as so you see there, it's used 2 of the cells up, so you just chuck it straight back in there, and then that will automatically feed into here and give you the air. As you can see, it's going down there. So that is literally how you make steel ingots using a blast furnace. It's nice and simple, and it's nice and easy to do. And again, pulverized iron as well. The iron ore. and purified crushed iron. So it has to be iron, basically. As you can see, you can just keep putting it back in. I mean, you could set up a system, I suppose, where it continuously feeds, but I like to do things manually. But yeah, that's the blast furnace, and that's how to create steel ingots using IC2. Take it easy.